Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Happy New Year. This is a great time to start new things and have new goals. And it is such a great day to be here. I am super excited to be starting back up with the weekly shows. I missed you guys. I took 2 weeks off for the holidays and it was great, but at the same time, I missed my routine. Where are you guys? How are you doing? What are you up to? Let me know in comments what you did for the holidays. And if you are ready to start the new year right, organized, ready for your Montessori environment, ready for all the learning that's going to take place in this 2021. I am so excited to have you here. It is so nice to be back. I can't tell you, I guess you can tell I'm really excited, but it's really great to be back. This is going to be an amazing year for you, for me, for everybody. And you know what? 2021 is going to be different. It's going to be new. Why? Because we went through 2020 and we learned so much from it. This is episode 25. I've been doing these weekly shows almost every week. And this is episode 25. That means that we have 24 trainings under our belt. And if you haven't done those trainings, I'm going to give you the link. I'm going to post it in the comments below. And all the trainings are on one page. You can find the topics that you're interested in, and you can do all of those trainings. It is so exciting because it's all about Montessori, and we talk about all different topics, different subjects, everything. So it is so nice to see you here. Let me know in comments if you can hear me okay, how you're excited about the new year, if you have any questions during the training and all of that. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Hey there, this is Tanya Wright from thenaturalhomeschool.com, the place for homeschool and Montessori lovers ready to make themselves centered, organized teachers, nurture happy children, and create smooth and successful days. Let's get you closer to your transformation today. Welcome.
All right, we're back. Today's topic is super important because it is the new year, and even if it's not the new year, it is going to be very important for you. So make sure that you stay tuned. I want to invite you to a couple of things real quick before I forget. Remember that we have some Facebook groups. I like to give you continuity. I want to give you a place, safe places to go and talk about homeschooling, talk about Montessori, so you can be on your way to a great start. And if you are already on the homeschool or Montessori journey, that you can have that continuity, that support with all my years of experience. So make sure that you join. If you haven't, and you are a homeschooler, you are going to like the Natural Homeschool Community on Facebook. Just search by name, the Natural Homeschool Community, and request to join that community. It is great. It is all about homeschool. No matter what method you use for homeschooling, it is all things homeschool. So I'm really excited to have people there. And then if you want to do just Montessori, then you are welcome to join the Montessori Way Prep Room, because that is where we do a lot of our sharing of posts, a lot of information, topics, questions, advice, chatting, and all of that. All things Montessori. So it's very exciting to have a group to go to and ask questions and learn more. I share things there weekly, and I also let you know about these weekly trainings so you don't miss any of them. Make sure that you search on Facebook for either of those groups that you are interested in. You can join both if you want, but it is very cool to have somewhere to go. Then I also want to invite you to join the Let's Dive Deeper emails. Why? Because these are the emails that I send every week. Let me type, I'm grabbing the link real fast to share with you. And these are the emails that I send weekly where I delve deeper into the topic that we talk about today. So if you're really interested in today's topic, you will want to get the email a few days later with more in-depth information because these trainings are a little bit short. I can't keep them too long. I want to be respectful of your time. I know you're busy. So those emails give you that extra step forward in the topics that we talk about. So make sure that you join. There's the link, but I also put it in the comments below. Okay? So now that we have started with that, I want to tell you about today's topic. Today's topic is Montessori environment decorations, specifically wall decorations. Why? Because right now, more than ever, we want to instill peace, instill unity, instill happiness in our children so they can feel secure and they can be on their journey to independence. But to be independent, they need to become confident. And to be confident, they need to feel safe. So when you are organizing your Montessori environment, it's not all about the works, it's not all about the materials, it's not all about the shelves, it's not all about the children, it's about many pieces put together. And even if you have great Montessori plans and lessons, and you have the children, you have the shelves and the works and everything, you also need decorations that are Montessori friendly, that will make the room flow, that will give children a sense of peace, a sense of order. You can see in the on the slide here an example where you have a Montessori environment. This is most likely a classroom, obviously, as you can tell, many plates, many um, cups and bowls and everything. And then you see those decorations that are beautiful and simple, but they really do bring the environment together. So let's talk about this topic today, how to bring the environment with the decorations together so they will blend well, that they will instill peace, and that you will just see that learning unfold. Because remember, you control the environment, not the child. And the decorations have to do with the environment, of course. So I wanted to, you know, talk to you about the decorations. Sometimes we just forget when we are so focused on how to organize the Montessori materials and the lessons and everything. We tend to forget about the walls. Yes, we forget to plan our wall decorations. There are many decorations in the room, but I'm going to specifically focus on the wall decorations. The interesting question is, are these wall decorations aligned with your Montessori environment at home or the Montessori environment at the school? So, if you are looking at becoming a centered, organized Montessori guide in yourself, because you are the Montessori guide, you want to nurture happy, normalized children, and you want to create smooth, successful Montessori days, then you are in the right place. Let me know in the comments what you think about the topic. if you have specific decorations that you have put up on your walls, if you are planning, if you're completely clueless. I really hope that today's training is going to help you. I'm going to give you three simple things to keep in mind. You might want to have a paper and pencil ready to take a few notes, or you can come back and watch the replay. All right, let's go to slide number 1. There you go. Wall decorations must be clean, uncluttered, and safe. So you have point number 1. Wall decorations must be clean, uncluttered, and safe. As you set up your spaces at home or at a Montessori school environment with child-sized tables and chairs, living Montessori books, materials, and resources, don't forget about the walls. Remember that Maria Montessori specified her preferences for natural materials, natural wood in the Montessori spaces. So make sure that the wall decorations are clean, uncluttered, and safe. To be more specific, I would say that as fun as the 3D decorations might be, those bulletin boards or things that stick out of off of the walls, as fun as those might be, or interactive ones, they might not be the safest. Remember, everything has to be child friendly, that does not require as much adult uh, encroaching, upon the children. Like, don't do this, don't do that, don't touch this, don't touch that. The environment should be a safe place for children to move around, to have freedom of movement, and they need to be secured to the wall safely, so children are going to be able to be around those decorations. Remember that when we talk about Montessori environment, we're talking about an age range. We have children from ages 3 to 6, or you can go up higher from 6 to 9, or go lower from 0 to 2. So when you have children that are 3 years old, you want to be careful with what you're putting up on the walls. You want to make sure that they're secured to the wall really well. It's not something that children can grab and fall over, or that can damage them. Nothing too pointy or anything like that. Just, your environment. You know what I'm talking about. We're not trying to be paranoid. We're just trying to set ourselves up for success. Set yourself up for success, for their, for you to not have to always be on top of children. Oh, don't do this, no, no, stay away from that, and things like that. Setting your children up for success, because then they know that what is on the wall is safe for them, and setting up your environment for success, so you're not having to go back and change things around. Okay. There is a quote by Maria Montessori that I want to share with you. To assist a child, we must provide him with an environment which will enable him to develop freely. So think about that quote. Think about what she said, and think about how your environment can yield to that. Okay? And that includes the wall decorations. So remember that the wall decorations need to be uncluttered, clean, and safe. Then we have point number 2. If possible, wall decorations must be realistic, natural, and relevant. What does that mean? Realistic, natural, and relevant. As you think about Montessori friendly decorations that are great for young children, consider the following. Try to fill your Montessori schools or homeschools with images that are beautiful but realistic. This has to do with Maria Montessori's philosophy on focusing on what is real and concrete over fantasy. I personally love watercolor images because they are a lovely rendition of the real deal with a beautiful artistic twist. So you take an actual photo and you can make it look like a watercolor painting just to give it that more artistic twist, but it's still realistic. So take a look at the examples that I am using in on the slide over here where you can tell that it's a practical life setup on the shelf. You have the mats rolled up on the side, you have the shelf with the dressing frames on there, and everything is very orderly. And then there are beautiful watercolor birds that are realistic. They have the name of the bird on there. So they are learning as they are enjoying what is pleasing to the eye. So these are beautiful, creative, they are natural, they are relevant, and they yield to a more organic lifestyle. Walls can definitely demonstrate the natural life that you aim to encourage in your children. So, another Montessori quote that came to mind is the child builds his inmost self out of the deeply held impressions he receives. So, what are the impressions that the child is receiving in the Montessori environment that they're living in, that they're working in, that they're spending all their hours of their day in? What is the impression that they are getting? Something to think about, right? Let me know what you think in comments. If you have any questions or if you have any comments on what you do in your Montessori environment to decorate the walls. Okay. In the meantime, while you write your questions or your comments, I want to invite you to something before I go into point number 3. So, just a little tiny commercial to invite you to the Showenar that's coming up next week. We do the weekly trainings every week, and they are about 20 to 30 minutes long. But this time, I'm going to do an extended one. Next week, January 14th, I'm going to be inviting you to the Showenar. Because it's the new year, I really wanted to invite you to get started on 3 steps to organizing your Montessori environment. So, we're starting with today's training about the walls, but this training is 90 minutes long and it's going to help you get organized for this year. This is the beginning of the year. I know a lot of you have been telling me that you are excited about starting the new year and organizing your Montessori environment. So I want to help out. Join me here. I'm posting the link in the comments, and it's going to be a free 90-minute course worthy training with a free printable workbook. That's why I'm giving you the link. You can come and watch it for the 90 minutes. But if you sign up, you actually get the printable workbook. And you're going to want to keep those notes because this is not the only time that you're going to organize your Montessori environment. You want to keep these notes to keep looking at them uh, whenever you're going to be organizing your Montessori environment again. So you don't want to miss it. It's next Thursday. It's at the same time as my regular weekly training, my weekly show, but it's going to be longer. Instead of 30 minutes long, 20 to 30 minutes long, it's going to be 90 minutes long. It's going to go deeper into the organizational skills that you need. 3 steps, 3 things that you can stop doing right now, make your environment better, and what to do instead. So you don't want to miss it. When you sign up in the link in the comments, or if you want to copy it off of the screen, you will get the link to the workbook that you can print and have ready, and you will get the also the link to where the training is going to take place. It's going to be on this Facebook page, the Natural Homeschool Facebook page, and on my YouTube channel, uh, just like the weekly trainings. But you can sign up and get the exact link. So all you have to do is click and go there directly. Okay. Now let's go to step number 3. Let's go to point number 3 in our wall decorations talk. All right. Number 3, wall decorations must match and blend with the environment. Montessori education is possible as children develop in the right environment. The decorations in the learning room or the Montessori baby room or whatever room that the child is learning in must match and blend with the environment. Why? Because children are just learning about their world. You are giving them continuity to vision. If you see the pictures in this slide, you can see that they are in the same theme. They are pleasing to the eye. They attract children's attention. They are beautiful without being like in your face, right? What do you think about this slide? Let me tell you a Montessori quote. The child must live in an environment of beauty. And she's very correct. It is true. We need to be very aware of everything that we put around the children. So we are able to instill the beauty, the peace, the confidence, the safety that children need and deserve. So the wall decorations must match and blend. If you see this slide, you will see that the succulents on the wall are beautiful and they are inspirational. They are watercolor, so they are clean, natural. So it follows the Montessori friendly advice. Now let me show you the slides, but without the text, so you can actually see the full effect of these. As an example, here's one Montessori environment where we have the birds, the watercolor birds with the names of the birds. Let me show you a little bit bigger so you can see just a little bit bigger. You see the birds, the bird name underneath. They're clean, natural, uncluttered. You don't even have to have that many close together. You could have less, you could do different sizes. The important thing is that they are pleasing to the eye, they're natural, they're beautiful, they're safe. They're not in your face, but they're still great. Here's another example. This one has a succulents on it. This environment has a lot of plants. So I thought that having plants on the walls would also be beautiful, but in different colors, because the succulents have different colors like the pinks and the purples and the reds, and even a little tint of blue. So it really merges with the environment, bringing a splash of color without it being too overwhelming. These are just collages of succulents. And then you have this one that I showed earlier. These are the same birds, but the pictures are horizontal instead of vertical. So you could do a mix and match of pictures. Some are vertical, some are horizontal. You can mix and match according to whatever you prefer, but you can see how it's along the same theme. The same, you're not having um, superheroes and then you're having birds and then you're having um, fruit or something else, something random. You're following a theme. So it gives the eye continuity. It's pleasing to the eye. There's no like shock, shock, shock wherever they turn. It's just goes really well with the environment. And then here's another one where there's a Montessori environment with an art area. And so to bring it in the pinks and the reds, it is beautiful because you see it on the easel, you see it on the walls. It's really pretty and it blends well together. So, I hope that these examples are getting your wheels turning. They're starting to help you with ideas that you could do. Now, if you like these specific ones, you are more than welcome to take a look at the ones that I made that I use for this training. They are in my shop as a bundle. You have the vertical ones and the horizontal ones, they're already made for you. All you have to do is print and color, frame and hang. Super easy. You can do it in less than 30 minutes if you already have the all the materials that you need. And if you need to go buy the frames, then it'll be super quick and easy because you can change the sizes of these. All you have to do is go to shop.thenaturalhomeschool.com, and then you're going to search birds. So you're going to go to the search window. You go to shop.thenaturalhomeschool.com, and then you're going to go to the search window and type birds, and this is going to appear right away. And if you want to go look at that and get these, then you can get them as a bundle and it's an instant download. These are just ideas. You don't have to get these, of course, but if you like them and they're super easy, ready, made for you, just done for you, all you have to do is get them and print them, and you can put them on your wall today, your environment walls. So I hope that this training has helped you. It has gotten your wheels turning. This is the new year, and I am super excited for all of the new ideas that we are going to be talking about this year. I'm putting the link here, shop.thenaturalhomeschool.com, and then you're going to search birds in the search window and it's going to appear right away. You're going to see that these are the printable homeschool room wall posters or Montessori environment posters, whatever you want to do for your environment. It's going to look beautiful. You can do a mix and match, you can do vertical, horizontal. And I hope that the pictures that I showed you have inspired you to get started. With that said, don't forget to sign up for the showenar next week, because if you're interested in organization, organizing your Montessori materials and the shelves and all of that, we started with the wall decorations today, but next week with the 90-minute training, you're going to want to really hone in on the organizational skills at the beginning of the year or any time of year that you feel like it is time to do it better, to do it a little step closer to the way Montessori uh, wanted it to be. So, as your children are busy with their practical life or sensorial works or anything that they're doing in your environment, you will love how your wall decorations are going to inspire them to learn, inspire them to feel safe and at ease and happy. And then they're going to inspire you as well, because then you will go into your smooth, successful Montessori days. Well, this is it for now, but thank you so much for being here. And I cannot wait to see you next week for the 3 steps to getting organized webinar. Don't forget, it is very, very important to sign up. You will want to sign up for sure. And I'll see you there.
I appreciate you sharing time with me today. You have tons of choices about what you're listening to, and I love that you chose the Natural Homeschool Show. Thank you. Well, that's it for today. Until next time, this is Tanya Wright with thenaturalhomeschool.com. I hope that you will use this training to create solutions that will bring about smooth, successful days for you. Let's get you closer to that transformation today.